Hi, boys and girls. Welcome to the Aurora Memorial Library for Storytime. My name is Mrs. Tucker, and I'm so glad that you could join me today. Well, let's start with a song. Ready? We're going to use our fingers. Everybody count one. One. Story time has just begun. Everybody count two. Two. Shake your shoulders, show your shoe. Everybody count three. Three. Listen very carefully. Everybody count four. Four. Put your bottoms on the floor. Good job, everybody. Well, you might not be sitting on the floor. You might be sitting on a chair, and that's okay, too. Well, today I brought my rainbow bag. And inside, I have some things you might find in someone's garden. So, first I have a big red vegetable, and do you know what it is? It's a tomato. Who likes tomatoes? Raise your hand. I love tomatoes. I'm going to put it in my basket here. Let's see. You can also find in someone's garden. What is it? It's green. It's a green pepper. Do you like green peppers? I do. They're good in salads and sometimes on pizza. Pretty yummy. Sometimes someone might grow one of these, an orange carrot in their garden. And what's special about carrots is that they grow underground, so you have to dig them up. And then you got to wash them off really good before you eat them. I like carrots. Let's see, I have another item, another vegetable. You know what this one is? It's a cucumber. It's pretty big. It's green, like the green pepper. And a lot of people cut these up and put them in salad. Do you like cucumbers? I do. They're nice and crunchy. Well, today I have a story, and it's not about a tomato or a green pepper, carrot, or a cucumber. It's a story about zucchini. Zucchini kind of looks like a cucumber. So I'm going to move forward so I can read this book to you. And you can see the pictures. Zora Zucchini by Katherine Pryor. And I'd like to thank Readers to Eaters Publishing Company for giving me permission to share this book with you. It was only the third day of summer vacation, but Zora was already out of ideas. She looks bored. When Zora rode by the hardware store, she noticed something new. A bunch of plants with fuzzy green leaves. Free zucchini, Zora read. Z, like me. She filled her basket with zucchini plants and headed home. They were free. Look what I found, Zora announced. Zucchini. I'm going to plant these in our garden. Zora dug holes so the roots had room to grow. She settled the plants snugly in the soil. She watered each one. That's going to be a lot of zucchini, said her father. We'll eat it, Zora promised. As June warm turned to July hot, Zora tended her garden. She watered the plants when their leaves got droopy. She cheered every time she saw a new yellow-orange zucchini blossom. And one morning, Zora spotted her very first zucchini. Can you see it there? Right there. She snapped it off the vine with a quick twist and raced to show her family. She didn't give it much time to grow bigger, did she? Well, Zora's family found a new way to cook zucchini every day. Her brother made bread. Her sister made soup. her parents marinated and grated and barbecued. As Zora's garden grew, they ate zucchini for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. More? Zora offered. She looks like she has a big bowl of zucchini. By the first day of August, Zora's garden was a jungle of prickly, tickly, bushy, blossomy plants. Every single one of those plants was covered in zucchini. There was no way her family could eat it all. Zora doesn't look too happy about it. It's just too much. Zora peered, that means she looked, into her neighbor's garden. It was full of tomatoes, but no zucchini. "Hi, Mrs. Thompson. Would you like to trade some tomatoes for some zucchini?" Zora asked. "Absolutely," Mrs. Thompson replied. Zora swapped an armful of zucchini for an armful of tomatoes. That was a good deal. Well, Zora's zucchini kept growing. "This is crazy," she said. She loaded up her bike. There it is in the basket, the zucchini. She loaded up her bike and gave every last one away to neighbors. Well, that was very nice of her. The next day, Zora found even more zucchini. "Seriously?" she said. Zora thought and thought. She had an idea, but she knew she couldn't do it alone. Her brother painted the signs. Her parents printed the flyers. Zora and her sister posted them all over the neighborhood. They say garden swap. On Saturday, Zora's garden swap was open for business. This sign says, "Take a veggie, leave a veggie," or at least take some zucchini. You didn't even have to leave anything. She just wanted the zucchini to get taken. Zora straightened her sign. She checked the time. The sun got hotter. Zora's feet got fidgetier. And she began to worry that her garden swap was a garden flop. Nobody was coming. Then Zora saw Mrs. Rivera carrying a bowl of raspberries and Mr. Peterson bringing potatoes. Neighbors stopped by with the carrots, peppers, and green beans from their garden. They shared plums, apricots, and cherries from their trees. People left whatever they had too much of and took whatever they wanted. Zora traded and traded until all her zucchini was gone. Wow, that was such a good idea to have a garden swap. Zora looked around at the busy, noisy jumble of munching, laughing, chatting neighbors. Her zucchini garden had brought so many people together. She was already plotting what to grow next summer. And that's the end. Well, I think Zora had a very good idea to share her zucchini. Well, Zora's name starts with the letter Z. So I thought maybe we could say our alphabet and find the letter Z. Okay, you want to join me? Okay, I have the alphabet right here, and I'll point to the letters as we sing. Are you ready? Okay, let's start. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S, T, U, V, W, X, Y, and Z. Now I know my ABCs. Next time, won't you sing with me? Did you find the Z? If you saw it right there at the end, you were right. Z is for Zora, and Z is for zucchini. I think that's why Zora wanted to plant the zucchini, because it started with the letter Z, just like her name. Well, let's think of some words that start with the letter Z, some other words. I'm going to see if you can guess this word. It's a place that you go. Pretend this is our place, and you visit animals. You might see a lion. Oops. Big lion. Roar. You might see an elephant. Oh, he's got a big nose, doesn't he? Big trunk. You might see this animal. Do you know what this animal is? A giraffe. And he's got a very long, long neck. His neck is almost as long as his legs. And you might see this fella. It's a kangaroo, and it likes to hop around. Well, if you guessed that my place that starts with a Z is a zoo, you are right. And this is the word zoo, and it starts with the letter Z. Z for zoo. And there's one other animal that you might see in the zoo. And this animal starts with a Z as well. Do you know what it is? A zebra. Zebra starts with the letter Z. Very good. Well, I have some other Z words. Let's see, can you think of any? Well, I know we talked a lot about this one. And that's a zucchini. Z is for zucchini. And I have another one. Do you know what that is? It's a picture of a zipper. Z is for zipper. You probably have a zipper on your jacket or maybe on your book bag. And then this one is a number. Do you know what number that is? It's the number 0. It means nothing. So if you hold your hands like this, how many fingers do you have up? 0. And that's 0. Z is for 0. Very good. Well, I have another book that I'd like to read to you now, and it's about planting seeds. But before we do that, I have another vegetable to show you that grows in many people's gardens. And this vegetable is peas. And the peas grow in a little pod just like that until they're ready to be picked. So if you'll follow along with me, I have a little rhyme that I'd like to do with you, okay? And we're going to pretend our fingers are peas, okay? So we have 5 peas. 5 fat peas in a pea pod pressed. 1 grew, 2 grew, and so did all the rest. They grew and they grew and they did not stop until the pea pod went pop. Okay, let's try it again, okay? Show me your peas, okay? 5 fat peas in a pea pod pressed. 1 grew, 2 grew, and so did all the rest. They grew and they grew and they did not stop. They grew until one day the pea pod went pop. Good job, everybody. Well, my story, the other story that I'd like to read to you, is called One Bean by Ann Rockwell. And I'd like to thank Walker Publishing Company for giving me permission to share this book with you. I'm going to move forward so that you can see the pictures. One bean. I had one bean. It was dry and smooth and hard. I put it on a wet paper towel. I covered it with another wet paper towel. There you go. Soon its skin had turned all wrinkly. Something was happening. My bean had gotten fatter too. I think it got too fat for its skin because the skin split. This meant it was time to plant my bean. I filled a paper cup with black potting soil. Then I laid my fat, wrinkly bean in the cup and covered it with the soil. I watered it when the soil was dry. Even though I couldn't see my bean hidden underneath the damp black soil, I watched for it every day. What do you think's going to happen? Then, one day, just like in the story of Jack and the Beanstalk, something wonderful happened. A greenish-white stalk poked up from the soil. My bean was dangling from the end of it. Look at that, it's growing. Soon, 2 leaves grew on my bean plant. These were shaped like Valentine hearts. There they are. More green heart-shaped leaves sprouted. Right here. My bean plant grew bigger and bigger. It needed a bigger place to live and grow. I filled a flower pot with potting soil. Very gently, very carefully, I took my one bean with its bright green leaves and roots spreading through the black moist soil out of the paper cup. I planted it in the flower pot where it could stay. It's a nice big flower pot. Sunshine shone on it and made my bean plant grow some more, getting bigger. One day I saw lots of little green bumps on my bean plant. Those little green bumps were buds. What's going to come out of them? What do you think? The buds burst open and lots of white flowers blossomed among the green leaves. How pretty. When the white flowers fell off, tiny bean pods hung in their place. Before long, there were lots of bean pods growing on my beautiful bean plant. Those tiny bean pods grew bigger. One day, I picked one. I split it open and looked inside. What do you think I saw? I saw some smooth and shiny beans, shaped just like the one bean that had started it all. I picked a few pods and ate the beans that grew inside them, and they were very, very good. At the back of the book, there's lots of ideas of what you can do, lots of projects. One of the ideas is that you can save the seeds from the fruits and vegetables that you eat, and you can observe their color and their shape. And at the end of the week, you can count how many seeds you saved. Try to remember which fruits and vegetables that the seeds came from. That would be fun. Just keep in mind, a flower seed will grow into a flower. A pumpkin seed will grow into a pumpkin. An acorn will grow into an oak tree. So try growing many different seeds and see how the plants grow differently and how they grow alike. It's fun to plant seeds and observe their growth. Now you are a scientist. You are a kind of scientist called a botanist. Botany is the study of plants. Pretty fun. Well, that's an idea that you could do this summer. Plant lots of seeds. Well, I have a little craft or activity that you can do at home. At the library, you can pick up a bag, and inside I have a paper towel, and inside the paper towel you will find 2 seeds. So all you need to do is add a little bit of water to the paper towel and zip up the bag and put it in a warm place and leave it there for a couple of days. And after a couple of days, when you open your bag, what you will find is that your seeds have sprouted. And I left these seeds in here for maybe 3 days. And if you can see, they have sprouted. They're starting to get a root on them. And I'm going to plant them. So if you come and you pick up some seeds at the library, what you can also get is a little cup and a little saucer and some soil, and you can plant your seed. And you have to make sure that you keep it watered and give it a little bit of sunshine, and it will grow. And when it starts to get bigger, you'll need to transplant it and put it in a bigger pot, or you can put it outside in your garden. So I hope you'll pick up some seeds at the library here in Aurora. If you don't have time, you could try and do it at home. Just get your own seeds and soil and do it that way. But I'll have some out in the lobby for you to pick up when you're able to. So I hope you'll do that. They'll be out there while supplies last. So thanks for coming to Storytime, boys and girls, and hopefully I'll see you again soon. Bye-bye.